Okay, so we are looking at the beginnings of heel. So the first step is we're going to train heel within the game. So you see I've got engagement with young Finn here. He wants to train. So we should have already gone through the stage of, come on in. Good. Good. And the dog not checking out in between treats. Good. Good. And we've loaded that positive marker. Good. Good. So 1.5 seconds from when I say the words. Good. All right, so once I have this, I have my engagement. I've already been teaching sit and the release. Okay. And on that release, I'm gonna stretch. Sit. So this left leg's gonna move back, this right leg's gonna stay where it is. Food comes down to his face, wet nose touches the hand moves. Okay. And I feed him at the end of the stretch. This leg hasn't moved. Okay. If I don't do that, he's not going to get the depth to turn and come back in straight. He's going to turn here and be across me. So I want to get that depth in the turn. Sit. Okay. Good. And everything is just a part of this engagement game. Good. Sit. Okay. Right, once I've got that, I'm going to find myself a fence and do the same exercise. Sit. Okay. Getting used to going between me and the fence. Some dogs are nervous to this. If I want to see, he's already come into position. If I want to make a bit of space, okay, I just release, throw a piece of food out. Here, sit, and I've got him ready to go again. So I'm just going to release him. Okay. Now instead of feeding him here, I'm going to turn my hand and bring it back in, which brings him naturally into position. Okay. Finn, sit. Good. Okay. Now when I turn my hand, I'm gonna say heel, sit, good, heel, good, heel. I don't want him getting up from this position, so I'm still using my positive marker. Good. Good, heel. Okay. Until I release him. Sit. All right, once I've done that enough times, I can then start just calling this exercise heel. Heel. Okay. Okay. Sit. So to break that down again, baits in the left hand. I'm gonna release him into a game of hand chase, hand lure. I'm gonna lure him into position. When I get to here though, I'm gonna bring him a little bit further forwards. And then I'm going to raise my hand up and tell him to sit. If I do it here, he's going to sit behind me. Finn. Heel. Sit. Good, heel. Well, I'm going to mark it as heel. Good, heel. Okay. So I can make a training session just out of rep after rep after rep of this. Obviously, you need a dog that has the right food drive. So I trained him a little bit earlier. He wasn't too fussed with his kibble. It's still kind of warm. So I've switched to some cocktail sausages. Finn, sit, heel, sit, okay. And eventually I can take out the reward at my side and just heel, sit, okay. Finn, heel, sit, okay. Finn, heel, sit, okay. All right. When I want to start walking, Finn, heel, sit. Instead of releasing the dog from here, I'm going to food in my left hand. Remember the way I showed you to hold it like this, with your fingers pointing towards the ground with your thumb? This is going to become really important now. I'm going to revolve my hand. I'm going to bring it down. When I feel him pushing into the hand is when I start walking. Heel, stop, and give it to him. Now, they might mug you and take the food off you quicker than you want. Back, back, good. Back, back, good. Sit. So, I've got my replenishment food in my reservoir, my right hand. So I got one piece in my left, 3 in my right. As he eats the food, when my hand goes to come up, that's when I'm gonna lose him. And he's gonna think I'm free of the exercise or I'm bored. So as my hand comes up to reload, I have to mark him anyway. to tell him another piece is coming. A second before the food arrives. So I'm just gonna start walking. Heel. As my hand comes up. Good. Good. Good heel. He's pressing. Come to a stop. Good. Okay. And there's that really clear release command, so he knows it. Now's his time to leave my leg. Come back up again, and I can just do this using the game. Yes, good. 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 And I've manipulated him back into the start position. I rotate him in. Heel. Sit. Good heel. Now I'm going to start walking. So I'm using about a third of a cocktail sausage per wall. It's pushing. Heel. He eats it. Hand comes away. Good. Good. And I'm using a little trick here. He's not actually eating the sausage. Sit. He's licking. Heel. But he knows the sausage is still there when I raise my hand up. Good heel. Back down again. Good heel. Good heel. Now I want to stop. If I just suddenly stop moving, you see he's now got a little bit too far in front. Okay? So I can avoid that. Back. Heel. By as I'm walking, heel. I drop my hand down. Good. He's pressing. Now I stop. And he stops perfectly in line with me. So my heel can be stop, start, stop, start, stop, start. And he should stay with me. Okay. Super. Finish.